lose all sense of reality and enter another world. Remember, do not underestimate the power of PlayStation.
All right, Colin. You can. We have somebody who wants to talk to you about HD remakes. You can either
He
get.
doesn't like them.
No, that's been. Colin has already made it clear. Noah can either give you his rational thoughts, or you can get a rant from Richard.
Rants are funner. I'm sorry. More fun.
Damn it,
funner.
I'm out of water too. All right.
Funner?
Funner?
More fun.
More fun.
This comes from Richard Barker.
Okay. Bob Barker's son.
Boom, boom,
A
boom.
great big beyond to Colin, Greg, and Marty. This is a rant for Colin in regards to his stance on remastered games. I have to get this off my chest as I yell at the podcast every time Colin petitions for the end of remasters. Some of us want them. We have not all been gamers for eternity. Please try to see the industry through the lens of others, such as a new and returning gamers who are contributing to the growth of the industry. Even Tomb Raider is an important reboot. Allow me to offer an anecdotal explanation. I stopped playing games a decade ago as starting a career and family took away most of my time. Recently, I've had to get back into gaming in a big way and am determined to make up for the lost decade. I've relied on the Beyond community to help me decide what games to play and have been working my way through a very big list of PlayStation 3 games. Because I do not want to skip anything great, I refuse to transition to the PlayStation 4 until I finish the list. For me, every remaster announcement makes me jump a little bit in joy as my PS3 backlog gets smaller, and I get one step closer to the PS4. Consider that when I came back into gaming on my PS3, I was able to play God of War 1 and 2, Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, 3, Ico, Shadow of the Colossus, Far Cry, and Okami. Now look ahead 5 years to the future gamer who is too busy or too young to play games today. When they finally get around to getting the PlayStation 4 after missing the PS3 generation, they will have a larger, rich library of games to choose from, and Tomb Raider will be one of them. The remaster is not about today, it's about creating a better vision of the game we will live in tomorrow. Additionally, I feel, quote, they should be working on new games argument doesn't hold water. The people you want working on new games are the game designers, not the game programmers. Just because the programmers are porting old games doesn't mean the game designers are not still working on the level design, art, sound, story, and other creative elements of the next big game. In fact, porting older games allows the programmers to get their feet wet on the PlayStation 4 and provide experienced input for designers on PlayStation 4 capabilities. For the rest of the world that doesn't play games for a living, please do not stop remastering games. From the guy who would have never met Kratos, Solid Snake, or Okami without them, we love them. Richard Barker.
Technically, that Okami's not the name of the wolf.
No.
That's I'm a Tatsutsu.
Yeah, I'm a Teresu or whatever.
I was going to play that remastered tonight.
That was passionate.
That was a very passionate plea. I have a couple questions. He said he wouldn't have met Kratos without these remasters. Are you really better off having met Kratos?
The man's a sociopath.
Ask yourself now, are you better off 4 years?
No, it's a very interesting point of view. I don't agree, but it's very interesting. I don't agree with a lot of what he said, but it's an interesting point of view. I mean, it's great that, like I said, the market's going to speak. The market is speaking very loudly that people want these, so I acknowledge that. It's just, for me, also, I'll give him credit. I mean, Naughty Dog did say that, working on The Last of Us, porting it over, did help the engineers over there and the programmers figure PS4 out, which helped them with Uncharted 4, which may or may not be a little overstated considering Uncharted 4 has been in development for a very long time. So yeah, it's an interesting point of view. I don't necessarily agree. I think that if you miss the boat, that's sad, and you got to go back and play those games.
Yeah.
And if they facilitate that, that's great.
PlayStation
but
Now lets you play everything.
Yeah, that's certainly PlayStation Now is a big deal. But
Whatever happened to that? Remember
Thanks, Guy?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened to that. But I do think that he makes some valid points. But I don't agree that when you port a game, it's just programmers coding.
Only the programmers are coding.
It's not really the way it works. It works like that sometimes. It didn't work. I mean, I think with it's a whole complicated thing.
Also, a lot of these ports are outside studios.
Yeah, Blue Point and all these guys.
Yeah,
doing it.
Infinity,
Climax, and I agree. But it's just resources being taken away from new things, no matter what. I mean, these port studios contract out all the time to help. So it's just there's only a finite amount of resources in the industry. And if people are just porting everyone else's games, well, they can be making something else. They can be doing something else. You know, it's there's certain ports that I want and that I think are necessary and that I think that makes sense. I just don't think a lot of things like Tomb Raider, defending Tomb Raider's Definitive Edition port is weird to me. That was the weirdest one of them all.
You missed it. Now it's off his list. You can buy the PS4.
And Sleeping Dogs is another weird one. These are very quick, but I think like an Uncharted trilogy, which is I'm telling you, it's inevitable.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah. You know, port them all over and stuff like that. It's just, I think it's like the Telltale problem. It was special in the beginning. It was special when they were doing it.
These were special games that were coming out and getting.
And it was just it was like, oh, God of War, that's cool, and Sly Cooper and Team Eco and all these kinds of things.
And it was collections where it was like multiple games, like the Metal Gear thing. Like, holy crap, you can get all these rad games in one package. Yeah.
But it's like when when Metro Last Light.
Yeah, Redux.
Yeah, like comes up. Well, Metro 2033 was never on PS4 or PS3, so it's cool to bring that over. But it's just like that game just came out. You know, like that's what I'm saying. Like give it some time and give it some space.
Let it marinate. Find the classics. Put them out there.
Yeah, and
give me Infamous on Vita.
But yeah, right. But if someone came to me and was like, oh, here's a Mega Man 1 through 8 or Mega Man 1 through 10, and then Mega Man X through X8 or whatever, and they're all like trophies and all, I'd be like, that'd be great.
But the jump and shoot button are swapped.
Oh my God.
You have to use the touchpad.
I would kill myself.
Users lose all sense of reality and enter another world. Remember, do not underestimate the power of PlayStation.